It's extremely cold outside. The wind is blowing, and it's time to start up a really cold Cummins turbo diesel. So let's check it out. Nice. So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a video on this Tradesman to 2021, and this thing is perfectly optioned. Like, if you're in the market for a Tradesman, these are the options you want. It's missing a few things that I probably would add on to it, and maybe if we have time in the video today, I'll show you some of the options that I would do for a Tradesman. Let's get into it. Now, as I mentioned, this is going to be a 21 Ram 3500 Tradesman crew cab 4-wheel drive. Base price for this truck is going to be $41,900, and this truck was painted with that granite crystal metallic black interior. You can get like a gray interior also. And then here's a quick listing of all of your standard equipment. Starting off the options, you do have that granite crystal metallic paint. It's going to be $200, and you do have a towing technology group for $25.25. Everything listed in that package. And then this is a continuation of everything in that towing technology group. Just below that you have Snow Chief group, fifth wheel and gooseneck tow prop. You do have a chrome appearance group too. Tradesman level 2, which is a must for this truck. And this does have the front and rear rubber floor mats for $150. And then this has the standard Cummins, which is going to have the 68 RFE. Rear wheelhouse liners, and then this does have the Uconnect 8.4 display for $795. Trailer brake controller was included here, and then trailer light check is also included with that. Destination comes in at $1695 with a total price of $60,595. So check out this granite crystal pearl with the chrome. I think it looks really good. It's going to have the halogen headlights, incandescent turn signals. Fog lights are not available for the Tradesman, so if you would like that option, you would have to step up to a bighorn. But overall, really stylish truck to be the base model. It does have the tow hooks just below. And I love how they spell out the Ram emblem on there too. Now, just under the A, I don't know if you guys can see from here, but let's check it out. Having the towing technology group, it is going to give you the cameras for the front and on the side mirrors. So this does have a 360 camera system on it, guys. So that's pretty cool that you can get that on a Tradesman. Check out this grille. With the chrome axis, they do have some bright black paint on here. Looks really aggressive. Let's pop this hood so we can take a look at the Cummins. So there's your 6.7 liter inline 6 Cummins. It's going to be good for 850 pound-feet of torque, 370 horsepower. And the only update that I know of for this model year is that they did go with a CP3 fuel pump, which is a good thing. And this is mated to the 68 RFE, which is a 6-speed transmission. They do give you a chrome style wheel. If you do get this truck without the chrome package, you'll just have like a standard steel wheel. So be sure to do your research to see what you like better. I mean, for the most part, most people probably will change these wheels and tires anyways. Now, you do have a solid front axle up front. And I like the fact that they give you a turn signal on the mirror too. This is a really nice truck. Like, this is a, I don't know, it's like option well. Like, it's like a higher end Tradesman. And you guys can see that you do have your clearance lamps above. Those are an option for $95. And on the side of the mirror, they do give you that other camera as I mentioned earlier. You also have your convex and your standard mirror, and this does flip up to give you a better view around your trailer when you're towing. Crew cab configuration. Very clean truck too. So here's your capless configuration for your diesel fill-up. They do give you a cap for your DEF. And And check out your door handles too. They do just give you a standard black plastic on that too. Matches the mirrors, so it does flow well. Now I didn't show you the tire size, so these are going to be an 18-inch wheel wrapped in LT 275 7018. And while we're down here, if you get a Ram 3500, you do get leaf springs out back. The 2500 or 3/4 ton trucks do come with a 5-link coiled suspension. Now notice back here, you do have LED taillights. So these do have LED turn signals, brake lights, accent lights, and reverse lights too. Your license plate also will be LED. You also have a class 5 receiving hitch, 4-pin and 7-pin listed right here. You guys can check out your backup camera. This is all finished in black plastic too. Oh, now this does not have an assisted tailgate. I'm so used to that, and so I didn't try to catch the tailgate. So, yeah. But as you guys can see too, you have LEDs out back, and also up here. And you do have a camera, and then you have your 5th wheel prep package. Would have liked to see a spray and bed liner. That is an option for $565, and also the tailgate's pretty easy to lift up too. As far as the rear axle goes, you do have a 373, which is the only axle available for the Cummins on a single rear wheel. In the comment section, guys, let me know what you think about this granite crystal pearl. I really like this color. I really think it dresses up the Tradesman really well. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. Alright, so if you do opt for the Tradesman, everything is pretty basic inside. However, they still give you all of your power windows and power door locks. That convex mirror is also powered too when you offer that towing technology group. That's probably not a bad option to have. And it gives you power folding mirrors. This is a Tradesman. Now, as far as everything else goes, it's pretty basic. All black door card. Give you some storage. If you do get a higher trim level, they do give you a little puff thing that goes here that gives you cup holders, storage on the side. And as you guys saw, you do have these all-weather floor mats. You have a manual operated seat, and this is also going to be manual operated, which is the same for all the higher trim levels. Automatic headlights, and check out your instrument cluster here. I'm gonna go ahead and climb inside. Now this truck doesn't have running boards. It is available, however, for the Tradesman, but it's not too bad getting in and out of this truck. I mean, I'm 6'1", so I might be a little biased. So you have push button start. This is standard. Truck has to heat up again. It is so cold outside. It says that it's 41, but it has like a wind, so it's definitely a little bit colder in my opinion. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna high out of the truck for a little bit. I'm gonna hit this and hit set. And then you can idle it up to about 1500 RPMs. And let's check out inside of here first. Hopefully I can get that glare off. All right guys, so here's a look at your multi-information display. It shows you your tire pressure, coolant, temp, trans temp, oil pressure, exhaust brake, boost pressure. DPF is diesel particulate filter, oil life, fuel filter life, battery voltage, and then your gauge summary shows you for your coolant, transmission, and then oil pressure. Engine hours, and then it pops you back over. Now I was actually controlling that with these arrows here. So if I go up, it shows you your speedometer. I'm gonna go back down, fuel economy, and it also does show you your instant trip information, trip A and trip B, trailer tow, shows you your distance and mileage, and then it shows you your gain for the trailer brake, and then audio, messages, screen setup, and then this is like commercial settings here. So if you want to set up certain things, certain features here, I think code is 0000. Yeah, so this is for your auxiliaries, and that's really it. So this truck was equipped with the auxiliaries, as you can see down here, and that's pretty much what that's used for. And then back to your speedometer. I'm gonna jump back over here for a second. So if you would like to control that convex, you have to hit this button, and then obviously which side you want to adjust. And as you guys can see, you can adjust that convex mirror. That is such a cool feature to have. And if you just need to control the larger mirror, you just turn this convex operation off, and then you can just control the larger mirror. Now, as far as this system goes, this is optional. So if you do get a Tradesman, you have to opt for this. So it's not standard. Now, 8.4 display, you have XM radio, and it does have Apple CarPlay. So if you don't get navigation, which is not available for Tradesman, you can still use your phone's navigation through the system here, and you can use your audio, Bluetooth, or USB. You do not have dual climate control, that's not available also. But this truck, again, has a lot of cool features. Like just below here, you have 4 USBs, you have 2 Type A's, 2 Type C's, and auxiliary. You have a coin holder, and just check out all your auxiliaries. I'm okay with how these are placed. I prefer how Ford does it. I say it in every video because I hope that Ram decides to adopt the same thing. I like how they place theirs up top. Tow haul modes right here, diesel exhaust brake. And there's 2 settings for the diesel exhaust brake. You have full and then automatic. And let's just go ahead and go through some of the systems in the screen here. So I'm gonna go to controls because this is probably the most important thing on here. Now you do have your backup camera, you have your surround cams, and your cargo cameras too. So let's hit backup camera. Shows you a full synopsis of what's going on back there. You do have a camera for the bed and on the sides of the truck. So if you're planning on towing a trailer, this is the truck you want because it gives you a lot of good technology features. And I think these things are going to help with the overall value of this truck too. Now you see you have your 360 camera too, so you can see all the way around your truck with the bird's eye view. You can see out back, you can see out front. You see out front with the lines of where your tires are going in the direction, and you can scoot back over to your trailering cameras too. Just below, you do have a mechanical shifter. You can get an electronically controlled shifter. They put a button right here for you. It shows you your 4 high, 4 low, and 2-wheel drive. And you do have some storage right to the side of your shifter here. Now this bottom piece of the seat does not move up or down. However, you do have a center console if no one's using the center seat up here. 3 cup holders, leather wrapped with some stitching, and a decent size center console with a USB, coin holder. I just noticed that if you put this up, you don't have any cup holders in here. That's pretty interesting. But on this side, you do have open storage. If you get a higher trim level, they do put a door, and it's a little bit more cleaner, in my opinion. You have an assisted glove box when it folds down. Up top, you have some incandescent light bulbs. You do have a power sliding glass out back. On this side, there is no vanity, but on this side, you do have one. There is no light, however. One thing we have to talk about are these seats. These seats are really stylish. They have a lot of stitching around them. And I actually like the design. It's not so 90s. Like back in the day, they used to have some ugly seats, but these seats are so much nicer. And I do like the overall design. They are comfortable too. And this headrest does adjust too. And here's just the other side of the Ram's interior on the passenger side. Out back, you do have a standard bench. However, it's not 60/40, so it all goes up together. And they do give you storage just below there. 2 cup holders on the floor. You have some AC vents on the floor also, with a very small area for storage. And unfortunately, they don't give you a center armrest here for additional cup holders. So this truck is definitely down in that regard. So if you want more cup holders, you may have to step up to a higher trim level or just get a center console, which is not available in this trim level, but is available in the Bighorn. Now just above, you do have some hooks in the rear to hang some things. And this is just a better look at your floor mats too. On the higher trim levels, they do give you some storage in the floor, but that is not available on the Tradesman. Let's check out this 360 camera really quickly. Did I mention this was a Tradesman, by the way? Wow, so easy. I think I'm driving a little Toyota Yaris or something. I'm like right on the edge too. Look at all that space I have right there. Woo! I look like a professional in here. All right, guys, so we're gonna take the Tradesman for a drive. Brakes work really good, by the way. I gotta adjust this mirrors like way off. Let's see here, that's perfect. This truck feels extremely light, and it's because you're just missing so many options and features. Like even having the standard Cummins, the 68 RFE is lighter than a Eisen. So you're probably about 200 pounds down with that. I mean, I have a mega cab, so that's gonna weigh a little bit more. And I also have a limited, which has just about every option you can get. So this truck just feels really light on its feet. And it has a shorter wheelbase too. And like driving this Cummins, man, it feels so fast. All right, I'm gonna hit it right now. Let's see, I'm at 35, send it. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh yeah, this thing is fast. 75, 80. Initially on the highway, you almost can't tell you're driving a heavy duty truck because the roads are really smooth where I am right now. Engine's nice and quiet. I'm cruising at 70 miles an hour, just above 1500 RPMs. I'm closing down now and hit the brakes here. Yeah, brakes feel so good. I like that initial bite, like when you push the brakes, you don't have to push too far in. It just slows the truck down. With other trucks, I feel like you have to find the floor for the truck to start to feel like it's stopping. But with these brakes on the Ram, they just feel really good. Nice and tight, not spongy. All right, here we go. I don't want to do it from a dig because it's a new truck, obviously, with 30 miles an hour. And here we go. I mean, this truck just goes. Check that out. You can hear a little bit of the turbo. There's a lot of traffic today, unfortunately. But yeah, man, this truck is just so quick on his feet. Check that out. I really do think that the way that this truck delivers power through the transmission, I think it's faster than the Eisen. Maybe one day if I have a chance, I'll race my truck with a standard Cummins so you guys can see that. The only thing I don't like about this interior in the Tradesman, I hate this steering wheel. Like, this steering wheel feels cheap, and I don't know, my hands will sweat on this thing. This is not a real leather steering wheel, so it just looks cheap, and I can tell it's gonna wear really fast. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers here. So the gross axle weight rating up front is gonna be 6,000 pounds. The rear is gonna be 7,000 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 11,800 pounds. All-in payload capacity for this truck is 4,088 pounds. So this truck has a ton of capacity. Now, as far as towing capacity goes, I'm not really sure, so let's go ahead and take a look online. I'm on ramtrucks.com, and they do have a towing capability guide. If you go to towing capacity guide, you can find all the numbers I'm going to show you. So I did select 2021. Ram 3500, crew cab, 6'4", bed, 6.7 liter standard Cummins. They do have the high output listed too, 4-wheel drive. And here are the numbers for that Tradesman for towing capacity. Now this is the advertised payload, but this is a pretty big number for this truck, guys. I mean, I'm pretty surprised by this, but let's go ahead and quickly build a Tradesman. All right, guys, we're gonna go through this pretty quickly. I'm going to stick with the standard Cummins because we're going to build this truck like we're on a budget. All right. So as far as the options go, I would get a dual alternator setup. I like the idea since you have 2 batteries. And I did select protection group and cold weather group. And that's what's included in both packages. Now, the truck that we viewed did have the snow chief, but I did not get that because I did go with the dual alternator setup, and you can add these down below. Bed utility group, I would add this. It gives you the spray and bed liner and a deployable bed step along with the LED bed lighting. If you don't want the chrome appearance, you have an issue here, because if you would like to have the towing technology group, you have to select the chrome appearance. I do not know why they do that, but you have to get them together. So I did select this one. I like the idea of some of the features that you saw on this truck. Now, as far as the safety group goes, this is a pretty cool package. However, for a tradesman, I would probably steer away from this. I would probably step up to a Bighorn if I chose this package. So just keep that in mind, because some things do come standard, so you don't have to opt for it like you do in the Tradesman. Fifth wheel prep package. One thing cool about the Tradesman is you can get low volume color, so if you want a cool color from the factory, they can do that for you. Clearance lamps, I chose that. And I didn't go with any running boards. I mean, I probably would do something aftermarket anyways, but as far as everything else goes, wheelhouse liners, I selected the cloth seats. It would come with a heavy duty vinyl from the factory as a standard equipment. And this is everything else that you see down here. And as I mentioned, you can get the auxiliary switches as a add-on. So apart from that, that's pretty much everything that I would do. I like the idea that you have the bigger screen. I think this truck looks really nice, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. So all in, I'm priced about the same as the other truck. The only difference was it didn't have a spray and bed liner in the bed step, and I like this truck a little bit better. But guys, I hope this was helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. One of my followers wanted me to show the numbers with the trailer I did on a previous video. So if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch it with my friend Tony. He is actually looking for a truck, and this is a truck that I found for him that he was interested in. So here are the numbers. The fifth wheel is 13,000 pounds loaded up. Hitch weight is 2,470 pounds. And with his family and the cargo, this is how much payload capacity he would have with this specific truck. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for staying to the end, and I'll see you guys really soon.